boat. You can make it through the storm. You'd go by yourself if I had that Tesla's controller.
She sets the boat down and pretending to steer it with her finger. A soft glow fills the room. She looks up, surprised.
You mentioned me, young inventor. What kind of adventure you're dreaming about today?
Tesla! I'm just trying to sail this boat, but it needs your remote controller. Can't you give it to me?
A remote-controlled boat? You're thinking just like me. But tell me, where's your little boat sailing off to?
Well, this boat is sailing from River Una to Neva River in Russia. Because my parents named me after the Neva River, and I was just imagining my boat sailing there.
The Neva River, a name as grand as the river itself. It's the heart of Saint Petersburg, one of Russia's most beautiful cities.
Please, Tesla, I want to go for a new adventure. I want to see the river and the city.
Well, if that is your wish, young lady, why not? But you'll need a proper host for this journey, someone who knows Russia well.
Neva, it's time for the beet juice.
Sorry, Tesla, I have something important to do.
And so, Neva drank beet juice to her grandmother's delight.
Grandma is always making that beet juice and says it's good for my health. While I occasionally run for my life when she chases me with a glass of it, I secretly kinda like it, but don't tell her that.
Oh, don't worry, I'll keep your little secret.
Tesla, you said that I need a proper host for this journey, but who?
Well, I know one person, and his name is Count Sava Vladislavić. Think of him as a version of a superhero who helped to build bridges between people.
A superhero, like in my storybooks.
Something like that, but trust me, he's got plenty of exciting stories to share, and you'll meet him in the Summer Palace in St. Petersburg.
Wow, yes, let's go.
Patience, young dreamer. Let's not forget your little boat. It'll want to come along too.
Tesla waves his hand, and the swirling portal appears, which begins to spin and glow brighter. Neva steps into the glowing portal, her paper boat held tightly in her hands, and so within the seconds, Neva found herself in the magnificent summer palace of St. Petersburg.
Wow, so this is the beautiful summer palace.
Sava turns, catching sight of Neva, his brows raise in curiosity.
Well, what a surprise. Who do we have here today? A young visitor from the future, perhaps?
My name is Neva. Tesla sent me to learn about the city and about you.
Tesla, you say? And what he said about me?
He said you're like a superhero who helped build bridges between people.
A superhero, eh? Well, I don't have a cape, but I do have a few superpowers.
At that moment, workers at the palace arriving from the Venice with the statue of Venus of Taurus.
Neva, you've arrived just in time. They're bringing in Venus, the crown jewel of the summer garden.
Venus? Who's Venus? Is she a queen or something?
Not a queen, but a goddess of beauty and love. She's been on quite a journey to get here, and she's a treasure we must protect.
As Sava walks towards the workers, one of them sets down a small bucket of water nearby for cleaning the statue. Neva notices it and can't resist. She dips her fingers into the water and flicks a few drops onto the statue's marble base, giggling.
She must be thirsty after such a long trip. I'm just helping her feel at home.
Neva, be careful. This is Venus, not a garden fountain.
Don't worry, I only gave her a sprinkle. She looks happy now.
Sava shakes his head with a chuckle and proudly look at Venus' statue to admire her. With Venus finally home, Neva wanted to see what's outside of the palace, with Sava, of course, following her. They step out of the summer palace and catch an adorable view of the Neva River. The water sparkles under the sunlight, and for Neva, it was a moment to finally meet the river she was named after.
My parents told me they named me after this river. Do you think it knows I'm here?
Of course it knows. Rivers remember everyone who passes by. Just like your name carries its story, this river now carries yours too, saying, "Welcome home, Neva."
Well, it's time for my boat to meet the river. Do you think it will float, like that boat with the frog?
Let's find out. Every great sailor starts with their first launch.
They walk down to the riverbank, where the gentle waves lap against the stones. Neva carefully places her paper boat on the water, holding her breath as it bobs up and down.
It's sailing! Look, Sava, it's really sailing.
A fine vessel indeed. Your boat is now part of the river's story, traveling where dreams meet reality.
I'm going to build an even bigger boat next time, and Tesla will give me his remote controller.
Come now, young lady. I have few more things to show you here. Let's visit Nevsky Prospect Street that has treasures for adventurers like you.
Neva's face lights up as they walk toward Nevsky Prospect. The bustling avenue is alive with merchants selling colorful goods and street performers playing cheerful tunes.
Wow! Look, Sava, I want to see these wooden dolls. They're so colorful. Did someone paint all of them by hand?
Indeed, young dreamer. These dolls are carved and painted with care. They're popular gifts, often representing good luck or family traditions.
Neva picks up two similar dolls, one bigger and other smaller, admiring its detailed patterns.
Hey, Sava, wouldn't it be fun if the smaller doll could fit inside this bigger one? Like it's hiding.
Hiding inside? That's quite the idea. What would you call such a thing?
Neva's doll. It could be like a family, where the smaller dolls are kids and the bigger ones are the parents.
A family of wooden dolls. Fascinating. It would certainly make these dolls even more special.
That's an excellent idea, little one. A family of dolls, all fitting inside each other. Brilliant. I've never thought of that before.
See? My ideas aren't just for boats. Maybe one day people will remember me for this too.
And so, with her boundless imagination and a little curiosity, Neva planted the seeds of an idea that would one day become one of Russia's most beloved symbols. People stroll down at Nevsky Prospect, the lively street buzzing with activity. Neva walks happily beside Sava while observing the street. At that moment, a messenger dashes through the crowd toward them, holding a rolled-up letter.
Count Vladislavić, this is urgent.
Sava quickly takes the letter, unseals it, and reads. His expression turns serious, but he stays calm.
What's wrong, Sava? Is it something important?
It's a message from the Emperor. I need to go to China to help figure out where the borders should be. Kind of like drawing a giant map.
Borders and maps? That sounds serious. What does that mean?
Think of it like sharing toys. Sometimes people can't agree on who gets what or where they should play. My job is to help them draw lines on the map so everyone knows where they belong and how to share fairly.
Drawing lines on a map? Oh, that's so my thing. I'm from Kostynica, right on the border. I know all about where one place ends and another begins. I'd be perfect for this mission.
Well, it seems I'm not the only one with border experience here. You see, I was born in Gatsko, right on the edge of everything, too. Maybe it's in our blood, huh? Two border folks teaming up to draw lines across the world. Sounds like an unstoppable duo.
Can I come with you, please?
All right, little explorer. Let's see if you're ready for the biggest border of them all.
Great! The new adventure. But tell me, Sava, the China? What is that?
Ah, China. Imagine the world is like a big toy chest. And China is the part with some of the most exciting toys. It's got colorful paper lanterns that light up the night, puzzles like the Great Wall that stretches for miles, and the cutest panda toys that look like they're always snacking on bamboo. And their noodles? So long, you could probably use one as a jump rope.
Wow, that's great, but is China far away? How will we get there fast enough?
At that moment, Sava reaches into his pocket and pulls out his glowing compass. He holds it up, and the needle spins quickly before stopping, pointing east.
This isn't just any compass, Neva. It doesn't just find places. It travels through the time, and with a little magic, it's faster than any boat. Grab my hand and hold tight.
As Neva grabs his hand, the glowing compass projects a swirling portal in front of them, and they embarked on a journey to China. But this adventure will be continued in the next episode.